Hello everyone, welcome to the return of our Kicks on Court weekly recap. You know what we do here, and if you're not familiar, we talk kicks, and more kicks on court. I'm your host George Kill, and we have a lot to discuss from opening week of the 2013-2014 NBA season. So first, let's begin with what we noticed from our Kicks on Court regulars. The chosen one received band number 2 in his red and gold ring ceremony LeBron 11, while Wade wowed with the purple and gold Way of Wade 2. But it was Ray Allen who left everyone chattering with his 2 rings Air Jordan 11, which featured his own logo on the tongue. Nick Young electrified the Staples Center in Lightning 4s, Tony Roten mixed Mosh with Michael's 12s, and Nate Robinson opened his 9th season with playoffs on his mind. Now, in addition to Ray Allen's Air Jordan 11 debut, Jordan Brand made more news by announcing the signing of rookies Cody Zeller, Otto Porter, and Victor Oladipo. We recently caught up with the latter to discuss why he chose Jordan Brand and his most memorable moments from the GOAT.
Something I've been thinking about for a while. It was a while, just making the decision and going through the process and stuff. But I just felt like it was best for me, and I felt like I could build my brand by signing with him. So I enjoy wearing the shoes, and I enjoy Jordan Brand. That's why I signed with him.
Give me 3 Jordan moments that are very memorable to you.
Oh man, that's tough. When he hit that shot versus Cleveland, and he kind of like jumped up in the air. He was like, that was tough to me. He hit my boy from Utah, and he held the post. And I like the flu game. That was tough. That was a tough game. My favorite Jordan moment was not even like something that happened. It was like a movie he did in the game. When he went up, and he thought somebody was going to jump, and he just flipped it up with his left hand against the Lakers. That was like my all-time favorite moment.
Oladipo also picked his favorites from these options.
Jordan 3 or Jordan 11?
I like the 3s.
3s. Okay. Black cement 3s or white cement 3s?
White cement 3s.
Okay. Jordan 28 or Jordan 1?
Classic. I go with the 1s.
Yeah. Carmelo Anthony or Chris Paul? That shoe.
I gotta answer that. Let's see, please.
Following the rundown of our Kicks on Court regulars earlier, we now take a look at some of the unexpectedness we noticed from opening week. Norris Cole turned the heat up in thermal map foams, Anthony Bennett made his NBA debut in Electroline posits, while Chris Paul dressed up in glow-in-the-dark 7s for Halloween. Jared Jack and Jimmy Butler unleashed untamed zebras and pythons in the form of flight posits and crazy 8s. One trend we've noticed that seemingly garnered everyone's attention towards the end of last season is customs being worn on court, and it is clearly carried over to this season. So for the first month of the season, we'll feature a new segment called Custom Corner, in which we'll shed light on an interesting custom-based story. For today, we have a super exclusive. Lakers forward Wes Johnson decided to give us the heads up and first look of the custom pair of Adidas Crazy 8s that he'll wear in tonight's nationally televised game against the Spurs. Now, this Crazy 8 designed by JBF Customs was created for Wes to wear in the Lakers' debut of their white uniforms tonight. For details about the actual design, let's hear from JBF himself.
They're made out of white ostrich, white python. Then there's a touch of gray python as well. The design is the way it is because first, we had to work with the base shoe we had. So we had to incorporate some gray and black since it's on the sole there. All white because they're for home games. It's NBA regulation. It's got to be that way.
Using those type of materials, do you approach it differently when you know it's going to be used on court, or do you approach it the same with all your other customs?
I approach everything trying to make it, totally wearable. I can't lie though, having in an NBA game freaks me out a little bit. I've never had anybody wear them under that kind of duress. So we'll see what happens. I was just extra careful when I reattached the sole for these. Really, I don't think anything bad is actually gonna happen. But there's that side of me that's like, well, shit. There's a reason that nobody ever makes, athletic sneakers out of exotic leather. It's not necessarily the most functional choice, but it does look good.
And what was the turnaround time in getting this shoe to Wes before opening week?
We did these crazy fast.
Right.
I think Megan hit me up to get them done 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
So this was as super fast turnaround.
Are there any other players that you made customs for this season?
I've done stuff for Wilson Chandler. Nate Robinson hit me up a few days ago. I haven't heard back from him, but none of them had the intention of wearing them in game. You know, I work with some of these people, but it's always just for it's usually off the court stuff.
Now, we also caught up with Wes before the game tonight to discuss taking this risk of wearing such a premium and luxurious shoe on court. How long do you plan on wearing this shoe tonight on court?
If anything, it'll probably be a half or a quarter or something to have my best people see them. If not, to see how they feel on it. They're feeling good, I'll leave them on the whole game. If not, I'll take them off a half or a quarter.
So are you as nervous as Jake about wearing this shoe tonight on court?
If anything, I'll have a little practice to switch out. I'm going to try them out. If anything, I'll warm up in them if I even do that, but I'm going to have them there. That would be to see how they feel. If not, I'm just going to rock them if I don't hoop in them.
And how did this idea come about of you wearing a premium custom on court?
Really just talking to Megan Wilson, talking to her about it, and she brought it to my attention, so we were just throwing ideas back and forth, and then she asked me what I tried on the court, and I'm like, yeah.
You heard her mention Megan. Shout out to Megan Wilson for putting this together, and shout out to JBF Customs for making such an amazing pair of shoes. So, tune in tonight, ESPN, 9:30 p.m. Central Time, to see Wes Johnson take the court in this crazy pair of Crazy 8s. Now, it's been a while, but let's check out what you guys are wearing. Been quietly searching and checking out a few things, so here's my fave 5 of your kicks on court. I_013 wore the Zoom Brave 2, the Almighty Rod laced up the Jade LeBron 10, the Demo wore the Blitz Blue Kobe 8, Seattle Got Soul laced up the NYC KD 6s, and Murillo Tabosa did a tribute to Derrick Rose's return in the Rose 773. Remember, on either Instagram or Twitter, upload a pic with the hashtag KicksOnCourt and a mention of Nice Kicks and/or GEOK3 to be featured on the Fave 5 each and every week. Well, keep it locked every Friday for your Kicks on Court news here. I'm your host, George Kill, and before we close, we'll give you our Heat highlight of the week. Did Norris Cole really cross Derrick Rose? You tell us.
We would see him before the game for an hour straight. He's working on spot-up threes and free throws. Cole with a beautiful move and the bucket. How about this move? Little crossover. Rose anticipating the screen. He goes down. Now watch the bench reaction. They love it.